practice question on topic functions. So here we have one question in front of you. Let's look at the question. You can pause the video now and watch the question, look at the question and try solving it by yourself. Also, you need to tell me, you need to write in the comment, what do you think the level of difficulty for this question? Level of difficulty for this question. You can choose either one of easy, moderate or hard as level of difficulty. So question says, from any two numbers x and y, we defined x $y equal to x plus 0.5y minus xy. Suppose both x and y are greater than 0.5 given there in the question. Then x less than y if which of the option do you choose? That's the question. This kind of questions are very common in the exam. So please pay attention, do not skip any part of this video and let's try to understand. Now, this is symbol based problem where a symbol like here dollar has a meaning. So if I say $B, it means A plus 0.5 B minus A into B. Or if I say x $x, here what we need to see in the question, that will get you x plus 0.5x minus x into x will get you what? X square, right? Now, if I further want to simplify this, I can say x plus 0.5 of x, that will get you 1.5x and then you have x square here. And if you take x common from this, what you get 1.5 minus x into x, that is x $x, right? Similarly, if I try to find out y, that's going to get me 1.5 minus y into y. Don't you think so? Now question said, for which of the following option, if which of this condition we should consider so that this x is less than y. So let's see, or rather we can say 1.5 minus x into x is less than 1.5 minus y into y. We need to see for which of the following, question said, then if. So which of the condition we should consider? We are lucky that we don't have none of this here. Yeah, so we can go through options one by one. Now, definitely we won't be able to conclude only by looking at this condition. We need to take help of the options. Even question said, then this is the condition if that means obviously from the following, from the options. So if you look at option number A, let's see. So option number A says that x is less than 1 and y is further less than x. So now let's assume some random value of x and y and then understand, because I want you to understand what are we doing exactly. So let's assume some value. Let's say x is equal to less than 1, so 0.9. Yeah, and y we can consider, let's say 0.7. Yeah, will do. Now we can't consider anything less than 0.5 because it says in the question, it's given in the question x and y are greater than 0.5. So we can't do that. All right. Now, if that's the condition, what is the left hand side, this part? We need to see for which of the option this is holding true. This condition is holding true for which of the following option. So here this is your comparison that left hand side is less than right hand side. Yeah. So let me look at the left hand side first, considering x is equal to 0.9. Here this should be 1.5 minus 0.9 into 0.9. So 1.5 minus 0.9 will be 0.6 multiplied by 0.9. Yeah, that should be LHS. Do you agree? So that is going to get you what? 0.96 54.54, right? Now, right hand side, I hope you're fine with the calculation. Yeah. Right hand side, if y equal to 0.07, do we need to compulsorily take 0.7? No. We are considering this condition that x is less than 1 and y is less than x, and x and y both are more than 0.5 as per the question. So in that case, what is going to happen? So we are, taking some assumption. Yeah. So you can take 0.7, you can take 0.6, you can take 0.55. That's completely on you, but don't take anything less than 0.5. And as per the option, don't take anything which you are considering as the value of x, right? So no compulsion, you can take your own values. I'm just trying to explain you considering this value. Okay, be with me. So here, if we say y equal to 0.7, in that case RHS will be 1.5 minus y into y. So 1.5 into 1.5 minus y. So 1.5 minus 0.7 will get you what? 0.8, and multiply by y as it is. That's going to get you what? 0.7. Now 8 sevens are, what is that? 0.56. Yeah. In that case, do you see the LHS less than RHS working? Yeah, for this particular number working. So I hope you understood the approach. Now let's apply some logic. Let's try to understand, are there any overlapping situation where both can be equal, or right hand side could be more or something? Yeah, or right hand side could be less or something. Let's try this out. Look at this. So this I was trying to show you with example of taking the example of x is equal to 0.9 and y equal to 0.7. Now think about it. When I substitute x is equal to 0.9, my one term is becoming 0.6 and second term is becoming 0.9. Yeah, because here 1.5 minus 0.9 is going to get you 0.6. Yeah, please pay attention. Now if I assume for the same option, if I take x as 0.9, but I take y as 0.6. Now look at the magic. Now see this left hand side. The left hand side is going to be what is left hand side? 1.5 minus x into x. You don't have to do this much in the exam. I'm explaining you, that's why I'm taking more time. Now if that's the condition, the first term will become 1.5 minus 0.9, that is 0.6, into x as it is as 0.9. Now think about the right hand side. Right hand side is possible to be same. Think about it. 1.5 minus y into y. So if I consider y equal to 0.6, that's going to be what? 0.6. So 1.5 minus 0.6 is going to be 0.9 into 0.6, right? Now think about it. This is your left hand side, this is your right hand side. Are they not equal? They are equal. So it is possible to have left hand side equal to right hand side, which we don't want. What do we want? Left hand side less than right hand side, but that is possible for a few points, and for few points it could be equal also. Think about it. Here the point which we are trying to make here is, you have one of the term is 1.5 minus y and the second term is y. Same for LHS also. That means if I take value of y and x in a way that y plus x equal to 1.5, if I take this kind of combination like the way I have taken just now, where y is 0.6 and x is 0.9, it is satisfying the condition that x and y both are more than 0.5, and as per the option here, x is less than 1 and y is less than x, right? So it is satisfying this condition, but because the sum is 1.5, it is possible to have such kind of condition. Think about it. Yeah, 1.5 minus x into x. So if x and y both sum is equal to 1.5, if we take such kind of combination, it's possible to have it, right? Okay, so that's why option number 1 is not your option, not your answer. Option number 1 is not your answer. Option number 1 is not your answer. Understood? Now try option number 2. Try option number B. Try option number B, which is x more than 1 and y less than 1. Now we are getting messed up where we say x plus y is equal to 1.5. In such case we are getting equal sign also. Now if I look at option number B, which says x is more than 1 and y is less than 1, and now as per the question, x and y both have to be more than what? More than 0.5. Tell me one thing, is it possible to have such kind of condition for this option that x plus y will be equal to 1.5? Think about it. Tell me why this 1.5 is important. Because of this part, 1.5 minus y, here 1.5 minus x. Yeah, so that's why this 1.5 is important. Okay, so x plus y is 1.5. Is it possible to have any combination of x and y which can give you this? Here y has to be more than 0.5 and x has to be more than 1 as per the option. So x plus y, here x plus y in that case will always be more than 1.5, right? So it cannot be equal. That means we will at least not fall in this condition of LHS equal to RHS. Are you getting it? Okay. So let's try option number B. Let's try option number B and see what's happening here. What's happening here? Take some random values and try this out. So again, LHS left hand side is what? 1.5 minus x into x. I'm trying to explain this to you with logic. Okay. If you take values, it is not always correct, but we need to take values so that we understand how to apply logic. Yeah. So that's why some values we need to take substitute and try this out. Now here, think about it. If x is more than 1, x is more than 1, that means there is a possibility that x, this term, if x is more than 1, so x is more than 1, that means x could be 2 also. If x is 2 for this term, think about it, for this term, if x is 2, 1.5 minus 2 will be minus 0.5. Don't you think so? If I take x is equal to 2, here this part could be negative. Now, because y as per the option, y is less than 1, that's why y will always be less than 1. So y cannot be equal to 1.5, can never be. So y will always be less than 1.5. What does it mean? You take any value for y, this term will always be positive. Yeah. Now any value between 1 to 0.5, that's the range for y as per the option and the question information. This will also be positive. Yeah, x is more than 1 as per this option, so this term is positive, but there is a possibility for this term to be negative. Possibility, mind my words, possibility. If x is more than 1.5, like 1.75, 1.7, 1.6, 2, 2.5 or so, this term is possible to be negative. Apply logic. I'll tell you by using the numbers also, but think about it. That means LHS could be negative and RHS will always be positive. What does it mean? There is a range where LHS is negative and RHS is positive, so we can say RHS will be more than LHS. RHS will be more than LHS in such cases. Do you agree with me? Do you agree with me? Yeah. So, or let me say here, to further simplify it, let me say if x is more than yeah, okay, 1.5, then LHS will be negative, right? Yeah. So now we just need to see if in that case, if it is LHS is negative, then LHS is less than RHS in that case, right? So for this condition is fine. But what about if X is between 1.5 to 1? 1.5 to 1. Why we are considering more, not less than 1? Because of the option. See here, it says X is more than 1. So what if I consider X between what if I take the value, any value, if I take any value which is between 1.5 to 1, let's take 1.2 in that case. Yeah, let's take X is equal to 1.2. Yeah, and Y could be anything, but let's take 1.2. In that case, what is possible? What is possible? Think about it. If X is equal to 1.2, now in that case, LHS will be, pay attention, LHS will be 1.5 minus X into X. Now substitute this 1.5 minus 1.2 into 1.2. Now here if I take any value of X which is less than 1.5 and it's between 1, this first term of this LHS left hand side will become very small. 1.5 minus 1.2 is what? 0.3 into 1.2, it will still be 0.36. Now think about RHS. Think about RHS. What could be the range of RHS in that case? Think about RHS. What could be the range of RHS in that case? 1.5y into y, where as per the question condition, X and Y both have to be more than 0.5, and as per the option Y is less than 1. Now you take the higher side of Y and take the lesser side of Y and think about it, what it could be. For higher side, let me take Y equal to 0.9, and for lower side, let's take Y equal to 0.6, approximate values. Okay, we are not taking very close to 0.5, but somewhat some range we are considering some varieties of value of Y and trying to understand, can it go this less? Try this out. So if I substitute Y equal to 0.9, the first term is going to be 1.5 minus 0.9 is going to be what? 0.6, and Y is 0.9, so it's going to be what? 0.9. That's going to get you 0.54. It is still more than 0.36. If I go towards the lower side of Y, smaller value of Y, if I consider 0.6, think about it. It's again going to be 0.54. Think about it. If it is 1.5 minus 0.6 into 0.6, tell me, this is going to be what? This first term is going to be 0.9 and the second term is 0.6. It is still going to be 0.54. Are you getting it? Yeah. So in a way you can say that Y value will not go lesser than 0.5. थोड़ा logic apply करके सोचो. Even if I take Y equal to 1, the first part is going to be 0.5 and Y equal to 1. So 0.5 into 1 is 0.5. And even if I take Y equal to 0.5, so 0.5 is here and first term is going to be what? 1.5 minus 0.5 is 1. So again 1 into 0.5 is again going to be what? 0.5. So in all, you will never find value of Y. In this case, you will not find value of Y less than 0.5. But for LHS, is possible to have less than 0. It is going to be less than 0.5. And even if you take the higher value which is more than 1.5, in that case, LHS is going to be negative. So if you apply logic, option number B, in this case, you will always get what? You will always get LHS less than RHS. So that is your answer. Yeah. If you try the remaining options, try this out and see option number C and D and check whether that's working or not. Although we got option number B, so that's fine. Yeah. So this question, we need options. Yeah. This question is depending on the options. We can't solve in general because we got two variables and one condition, so we can't solve in general. So we have to have options here. Okay, so we can use the options and understand. All right, this is a real exam level question, yeah, which is not very hard, which is not very easy also. It's not directly function question, it's not directly f of x, yeah. So you get such kind of question, and for this you need to build a good logic. And how will you build logic? By practicing, guys. Practice as much as possible. Okay, so what will you mark level of difficulty here? Will you mark easy? No. Will you mark hard? Well, not hard. I mean, okay, if I take this option number B down here at option number D, then we have to try more options. So you can say hard, but if you're getting it in the second option itself, according to this, then you can mark somewhere between moderate to hard. I'll leave choice to you. What do you think it should be, hard or moderate? Please write in the comment box. It's definitely not easy, right? Let's solve the next question.